What's up, guys? We're back with part 2 of recording a full metal song into Ableton, and we're gonna get into some guitars today. So normally this is my workflow. This is the way I like to do things. After we did the drum mapping video of the part 1, which, by the way, if you guys haven't seen, go ahead and tune back into part 1 of the video and kind of catch up to where we are, because today we're gonna be recording some guitars. Now, the way I personally like to do it is I like to go ahead and kind of track guitars first things first, because that's kind of going to be the basis of my song. It's going to be the foundation, and I could basically build everything around the initial rhythm track guitars of my song. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and lay down a couple of ideas. I've been kind of messing around with a few riff ideas prior to filming, so I figured, okay, let's write something not too serious, and we'll just kind of jot down an idea for this video in particular. So if you guys want, let's go back into our session view, and let me move my camera down just a little bit. There you go, so you guys can see everything. Okay, and let me go ahead and put the headphones on. And the only reason why I'm putting on the headphones, guys, so I don't have to rely on using my speakers, cutting into my mic. That way it'll be a much cleaner recording for you, for the guys watching. It's not, you guys don't have to do this for when you're doing it at home. You could just use your studio monitors or whatever. And before we get into the sample riff or the idea I have in my head that we can record, I'll kind of go through the equipment that we're using, and I promise you it's nothing crazy. I recently changed the pickups on my 8-string here, my Solar A1.8C 8-string guitar. So I've been kind of dying to record with it and see how it sounds compared to the stock pickups. And if you guys go throughout my channel, I do have a bunch of videos with this guitar with the stock Solar Duncan pickups in there. So you guys can go ahead and check that out if you want to, just to see how it sounds. But I recently put in a set of Guitar Marie Minutemen. I actually managed to find a really good deal on them through, a third-party buying site. So I decided to slap them in, and yeah, I think they sound definitely better than the stock pickups for sure. So I think I'm more of an 8-string mood right now these days. I want to go and record with the 8-string and see how it sounds. So we're just using the guitar. We have a very basic instrument cable, and I'm going into a Focusrite 2i2 into channel 2, because channel 1 is recording my mic right now. And so I've been kind of going, back and forth with the idea of where to set the gain on the channel that I'm recording into. I definitely have the instrument option on. Otherwise, it'll be a line in, and you're gonna get some really weird signal coming in from the guitar if you set it into the line option. So mine's set to the instrument, which it's a better impedance for what the guitar needs, so it'll translate better into your DAW. And again, I am going to kind of eat my own words here, guys. I remember in the last video I was saying that I wanted to record with the quad cortex just to get some tones. But in my opinion, I kind of want to take that back, and I want to recommend that you guys will go ahead recording DI guitars into a plugin into your session. This is so beneficial for so many reasons. One, you can change your tones down the road. You don't have to worry about, the sound that you dedicated yourself with. You can always go back and change things. It's a much cheaper option. I mean, the quad cortex is roughly about $1,700, $1,800. So if you just get yourself a nice interface, and you got the guitar, and you have your plugins, like the neural plugins I love, you guys are golden. You're not going to need anything else. I think it's better to just record a DI. That way you can change the tones as you go. And if you're going to record with the quad cortex, I think there's an option to do both the DI as well as the process sounds using whatever outputs you want. But in my opinion, I'm going to take that back. Let's just go ahead and use DI into the interface into Ableton. You're going to get much better results. You're going to be able to customize it down the road, and it's going to be better. So moving along, I was talking about the gain knob on input 2, and there was a time where I was dealing with a lot of noise, with RFI and EMI interference. So I would set it down all the way down, but then I heard from some people saying, oh, it's better if you turn it up as much as you can without it clipping. That way the noise floor will be considerably lower. And with some experimentation, I think that's true. So basically I have the gain cranked up to about 10 o'clock right now. And, I think I'm getting a much more fuller tone out of it. And I think it is kicking down the noise floor a little bit. So definitely experiment, but that's the one thing we can't change down the road. You could digitally by altering the wavelength to go up and down, but it's very artificial. And I think you want to keep the tones as true to the source as you can. Yeah, so my gains are around 10 o'clock, and I think the color halo is like barely reaching orange sometimes when I really pick really hard on the guitar. And I'm looking into the Neural plugins, which we'll check out right now. And I'm also looking into the track input dB right now, and then I'm not clipping anything. So I think we're at a good spot. And to start out with, this is back to where we were originally in the video. I'm going to go ahead and just collapse the drums for now. We're not going to need it at the moment. And I decided to go ahead and use the Abasi plugin. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put a audio track, and we're just going to keep it mono. And very first thing, because like I mentioned that my input for the guitar is not on channel 1, it's on channel 2. I'm going to go ahead and turn on channel 2 first, because if I were to put the plugin in, and if I had this set to auto or in, you're going to hear just a real effed up noise, and it's going to wake up your neighbors essentially if you're on loud studio monitors. So I'm going to go with the Abasi just because I was kind of playing around with the riff, and it just seemed like the Abasi gave me the most cleanest tone. And the only reason why I want it to sound clean and not too distorted, and what I say by clean is I don't want to hear extra string noise, and this is kind of like the most purest distortion sound I could find, because I want to go ahead and play this riff clean. And if I don't play it clean, then later down the road I'm going to hear that, I didn't play it clean, it's pretty dirty, I got to go back and maybe redo it. So I decided to use Abasi, and like I said, down the road we can go ahead and change it, no problem. We'll just slap in a different plugin. We'll experiment. We'll turn knobs and stuff, and it'll be great. No problem. So we're gonna start with this. Now, I'm kind of basically recording a basic song here. What I mean by basic is I think we're gonna stick to one tempo. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to show you guys, how to get the tempo right. So let me go ahead and put my headphones on so, you guys don't hear the studio monitors bleeding into the mic, because it's going to sound crappy. And by the way, I noticed that after I uploaded, but the very first video, guys, the audio was a little messed up. So that's my apologies, but I got everything straightened away. I improved the picture quality a little bit too. So, it's a learning experience, just trying to get OBS to work as how you want it and blah, blah, blah. So, okay, very first thing is we set the record. Okay, we got tone. Awesome. So, earlier when I was jamming with it, I just created a quick preset called tracking rhythm, just because, I was playing with it and I thought it would sound good for the recording. So we'll use this as the basis for recording. I generally do not like 250 hertz at all for any recording, so I kind of turn that down along with 125 hertz. But again, source tone doesn't matter much when you're using DIs. We can always change it down the road. So kind of just use a sound that feels comfortable for you, and then down the road we can mess with it a little bit. So. All right, but if you guys want to hear just the idea I came up with, I wanted to write a song kind of like this. Kind of reminds me of like this Fiffer and Autopsy type vibe, but it goes something like... fucked up on the last part. But again, and I'm not the best player by any means. In fact, I consider myself kind of sucky. But I have an idea, and I kind of have an idea of how I want to lay it down. So first things first, let's figure out what tempo that is. So, you know, it's... So as I'm bobbing my head, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we'll do is we'll go up to the tap option right here, and we'll tap that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, now my inner OCD kicks in, right? Now I'm seeing it's about 141. I like to just go ahead and set even 140. Now, that's not something you have to do. You could just leave it at that 141 and call it a day, and no problem. The entire session of the track will be 141. But just for, you know, remembering sake, down the road, I'll be like, what tempo was that? I'll be like, oh, it's an even 140, easy to remember. But, you know, I think I know some people, well, I don't know some people, but when I listen back to some music and I'm trying to figure out, oh, what tempo did they record at? And I tap it, it turns out they're at some really weird number, like 97 BPM or 76 BPM. And I'm going, why did they do that? But, you know, it kind of gives it a unique time to it that a lot of people don't use. But in this case, let me go ahead and turn the click on over here, and let's hear how it translates with my riff. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. In my opinion, I think it's a little slow. So I'm gonna try to bump it up to 155. If I can get a sound number, or I could just, hey, come on, I'll go to 145, please. There you go. So let's try 145. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I think I'm going to be content with a nice solid 150. So let's try 150 out. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you know what? I can already tell that that's more the tempo I'm looking for. And you know, with electronic music in Ableton, when you're working with MIDI only and even some audio stuff, depending on what it is, you could just, you know, record it at 140 and then down the road be like, you know what, it sounds better at 150 BPM, and bump up the BPM, and your whole entire session goes to 150 BPM, and you know, it ends up sounding good. But what I found is with guitar riffs, it can add some artificial speediness to it where it doesn't sound true to form of how fast you record it. So I like to keep it as pure as possible. You could probably get away with it in some applications, but in my case, I want to keep it as pure as possible. So I'm going to keep it at 150, and I'm going to try to record at 150. So, okay, let's go ahead and lay some stuff down. And here's a little thing that might break your teensy weensy hearts out there, but there is a lot of cheating that's involved in recording metal guitars. I'm really sorry to break it to you, especially in modern metal in these days, because we have the ability to copy and paste whatever we want at any time. And believe me when I say a lot of people take advantage of that, including myself. I record a bunch of stuff and I copy and paste a lot because, one, it's convenient, and two, it's consistent. Now, you don't have to do that, obviously. You can always just be like, you know what, every bar I want to keep it pure, and I want to record everything the way it should be. And hats off to you. Great. And it's probably going to sound a lot more authentic. But for me, if I get the perfect takedown for the same section of the same song, and that section is going to go to different parts of the song, I'm going to go ahead and just copy and paste up the ass, because it's going to save me time. It's going to make my life a lot easier. So again, it depends. Sometimes I don't want it to sound the same. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and, you know, purely record what needs to happen down there. But we're going to get there when we get there. But I just want to let you guys know that there is going to be a little caveat that we are going to be cheating a lot. We're going to be copying and pasting a lot for the sake of the recording. Okay. So I don't like to record on beat number 1. and this is just me. This is the way I do it. But right before I pick attack that very first note. If we're counting, the bars here, I want to keep it true to form, where you hear just a little bit before when that downbeat comes in, because I want to hear that build up of my hand going on the guitar, that pick coming down, the air over the pickups just feeling, like it's moving. I personally like to record all that. So what I'll do personally is I'll start recording on beat 1, but I'm not going to start until 2. And here's why. I'll show you guys why. So let's try to take a clean recording of the first bit of the riff. Okay. And this is a good time just to see, are my levels good? Is it too hot? Is it too low? And honestly, my levels look really good here. They look nice and consistent. Can make it a little bigger so you guys can see. And yeah, I'd like to think that this is a really nice, consistent level right here. You can even go as high as here if you wanted to. But I think this is good. So we'll keep it where it is. And remember, you have to always keep an eye on where your knob is on your interface, because, down the road, if you move it, you have to remember where it was, because otherwise you're going to get really inconsistent levels. So you always have to keep it to where it is. Okay. So let's zoom in a little bit here. Let me turn my guitar off. Okay, now in this case, I think I did a pretty clean recording. So if I were to just go ahead and cut all this and start it right on the downbeat, I think it's totally fine. But generally, sometimes there's a little bit of a sound right before here that I might want to keep in there. Hence why I'm telling you guys to start on beat 1. And all I can do is I could just go ahead and move the entire section to beat 1 if I wanted to. So, all right. So let's try to get some clean recordings down. I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm just trying to explain to you guys what to do. Let's go ahead and lay some guitars down real quick. So let's try to get clean recordings. And I might even do it by section. That way it could be nice and clean. So like even that beginning, I might even do that just by itself and then do just to make it clean. But let's see what we can do. I can already tell that wasn't clean. Let's try it again. Okay, I actually did do some good takes there, but let's take a listen. And see, that's what I'm talking about right there. If you see that little part, sometimes I like to leave that in. I want to feel the guitar build up a little bit as if I'm about to play something. It makes it more natural. So let's take a listen. I think the second take is better. Okay, now using your ears, I went ahead and listened to everything right now. And I gotta say, I didn't like the first take I did, the first part. So I'm gonna cut that out completely. So here, I know it starts here. So, and again, you guys have to forgive me because I was working on Studio One for the longest time, but I'm back on Ableton now, so I forgot all my shortcuts. So there's a split option, it's Control E. So I want to get in the habit of memorizing that shortcut. I'll do Control E. It'll split, and let's just delete all of this. Don't need it. Zoom back out holding Control and using the mouse wheel. So let me see what part of this is the cleanest, and we'll re-record some parts. So I can already tell that the beginning chugs is not clean, right? I think everything else might be clean. Okay, let's not worry about that part. Let's just worry about nailing the very first part of that riff. So let's delete this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the track. I'm going to right click and I'm going to go duplicate. Now, it goes ahead and it copies what you recorded. I don't need all that. Let's just delete it. The reason why I want to have another track is now I can have another track to record over. Now, I know there is a comping feature in Ableton Live 11. I haven't messed with it yet because I was working with Ableton Live 10 for the longest time. Then I moved over to Studio One. Then I came back to Ableton Live 11. So I haven't experimented with comping yet. Maybe that's something we can focus on in a later video. But I already know this method works right here. And this might be the case for whatever DAW you're using. But the reason why I like to have a second track with the same settings is I can just focus on the beginning chugs. I can focus on getting that clean. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and cut that part out and I'll drag it into our main guitar channel. So what I'll do is I'll keep it recording on that channel, on the new one. And I'll just do this. Watch. All right, so one of those was really clean, right? So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and audition them. Oops, let's solo this track. That one's not bad. So I think I like this one or this one. This one, I like the tail end. You get the really oomphy parts. So what I'll do, highlight it, and I could just simply drag it and put it into our main channel here. Now let's take a listen and let's mute this channel. Yeah, already much cleaner. So I think I messed up on that second part. It's supposed to go. Let me go ahead and record enable. Let me hear it again. Yeah, I did something wrong there. So what I'm going to do is same methodology. I'm going to go ahead and record the second part. So I kind of forgot what that part was, so let me listen to it again. Okay, got it. Okay, record enable just this track, mute that one. So because I forgot, I could just jam that part. So and what I'm focusing on is I want to pick it clean. So let's try it again. Which means I'm even changing. I'm going from straight picking because I was doing more of like an angle picking, and now I want to do like a straight picking because it sounds cleaner. So here we go. I messed up. Oh, messed up again. I rushed on that second one. Let's try it again. This is the boring part, guys, but this is what it takes to get a nice clean recording. Here we go. I think that second one was actually good. Let me hear it. It's not bad. Let's hear what it sounds like in context. Sorry, context. Yes, that's what I meant to say. I'll go and drag that. Come on, go to the left. There you go. And we'll put it in the second part. Now let's take a listen and see how that sounds. It's not bad. Let's keep it for now. But if you're more of a perfection freak, then down the road, you know, re-record and whatnot. So let's listen to what we have so far. So now the second part is a little different. All right, so let's just record that part. And like I said, I'm gonna record on the second track because I'm not gonna really need a lead in, but it kind of helps me prepare for the next part. So let's do that. Oh, I need more of a lead off. So let's go back. Oops, I was recording the first part. Oh, that one might be good. Let's take a listen. Yeah, so I'm missing a hit there. The way I want to play it, and it's gonna be hard to play it clean, is I want to go. Sorry, let me try again. So that's how it's supposed to go. Okay, let me try that again. We'll start from here. Oop, I almost had it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. So okay, I could just keep recording until I get that perfect take. Oops. Let me compose myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was close. Nope, close again. That part's hard when I have to go to hit it clean, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me take a listen to that one. No, it was filthy. Don't like it. Shit, messed it up. Take a listen. I don't care so much about the first part because I remember we did pretty good on the first part, but it's that second half that... Nah, I wasn't clean. Sorry, guys. Try that again. I was close. Very close. Let's hear that. It might not be bad. See, it's that last part where I have to go because there's a string skip going on there. So ideally, that's how I want to do it. Let me try again. You know what? We're gonna cheat. See that pocket I'm trying to hit? One of those was good. That dickerden. That one's not bad. It's a little boomy though. Yeah, this is it. That's what I'm looking for. So what I'll do is I can do Control C for copying. Okay, we're copied now. I don't necessarily have to drag it in. Because I remember one of these takes was good, which I think it was this one. Let me try pasting it in here. Oops, wrong spot. I think it's right here actually. Alright, let's see what it sounds like when we copy this little section. Oh, hang on. What am I doing here? You know what? I lost what I was doing. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to cheating again because we know this is good, and this is the only part we need. So what you can do is you can hold Alt on PC, or in Mac I think it's Option. Hold Alt. Oh no, excuse me. Again, that's the Studio One thing. Highlight again, and you hold Control on PC, and I think Option on Mac. And what you can do is you can drag, and it'll create a new version of it, and we can just drag that over there. So let's hear that. Yeah, and then we gotta add the na-na-na. I think I have a clean one of that. One's okay. This one's good, clean. Okay, let me just bring these in. Let me go ahead and Control C that for copying. Let's bring it to over here. Let me hear it. Oops, mute this one. Oh, a little extra there. My bad. I think we can... Actually, let's do this. Highlight this and just bring this over here. We're getting there. Bum bum. So let me record a really quick bum bum. And we can do it to the click, so... Hang on. So I got a little lost in the sauce. Let's hear what I was trying to do here. Yeah, so we just need to dun. Go back here, record it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Do it again. I think that last one was good, but see, look, when I look at the waveform, I went a little early. So let me keep recording it. Last one might be good. I just hope it's not too boomy. It's not bad. I think I'm gonna roll with it. Control copy. Okay. Control copy. Let's hear it. Let me hear it in context. Yeah. And all you need is the naga. So let's record that separately. Let me hear this last one. That's not bad. We can use this. That's something to call that part. The daga. Okay. So we should have one part of the guitars. It only took us, I don't know how freaking long it took us, but it took us some time. So let's clean up the work areas, I call it, you know. And now in context, let's take a listen to what we've done. Okay, cool. I think there's just one part I didn't like. Let me listen again. One thing I didn't like, I don't know why, is this section right here. I don't know why it just didn't convinced me of the na na. Simple, just the ba na. So I'm recording on the right track. Let's record a bunch of those. Audition them. This one's good. Let me solo. That one sounds okay. I think this is the winner right here. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and highlight, you know, per beats. There's only 2. And I'm pretty sure it was here. So let me take a listen to this now. Okay. Okay, let me listen again. There's, I think, somewhere around here that's kind of bugging me. Yeah, you know what it is? It's this little triplet part. Bum bugga bum. Bum bugga bum. So that's the only thing. Bugga bum. So I'm just gonna record triplets and we'll go ahead and copy and paste in there. I already know this last one was good. Yeah, convincing. So we'll go ahead and highlight and drag. I don't know if there's a faster way to do this, but ooh, I forgot where it has to go. Like right here, right? Let's see how that sounds in context. Okay, let's Control Z that. It wasn't too convincing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and play along this part, and I'm just gonna try to nail it again. So I'm gonna emphasize on that the nuggadun part. That way it can be clean. Let me hear it. Bum bum bugga bum. And all I need are these parts right here. Just this. So bring this in there. Let's solo it and let's listen to it. Ooh, that's even worse actually. Okay, Control Z. Let's try that again. See, this is what it takes. It's not fun, but it's necessary. Okay, again. That might be it. Yeah, it looks cleaner to me. Let me see when that first chug happens. Yeah, it's this baby right here. So we'll put these up there. Let's just take a listen, see how it sounds. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, and what I'll do now, let me just go ahead and we'll duplicate this. I think it's Control D. There you go. So now the second part. So what's cool is I know this part is different. So I'll just go and delete this part. Okay. So because now I'm not going to have, you know, a prior to hit over here, meaning it's not going to translate to, you know, right after this part, I could just go and record on this track. It's totally fine. I don't have to use my work, as I call it, like my work track. So here it's going to go. So that's like the tentative idea is. So chances are I'm probably gonna have to record those ones separately. That way it can be cleaner, and then we'll just do the trills afterwards, or the arpeggio. Sorry, the trills I can even copy and paste from what we did earlier. So let's give it a shot. Yeah, I can already tell I have to do it separately. So again, it's gonna be a pain, but it's necessary. So let's record the chugs first. I can even record it here. It's fine. Okay, and what I'm doing as I keep recording that is, as I'm doing it, I'm getting more into the pocket of the rhythm. I'm kind of feeling the metronome a little more, and I'm getting into the groove of it. It's really important to do that, because now, if you notice, in the beginning of these videos, or these takes, it's kind of sloppy. But as I get later and later into it, I'm getting more in the pocket. That one's good. Okay, so I think this one might have been the best one. Yeah, that's definitely the cleanest take I got, and that's the one I'm gonna use. Okay, I think I only need this. So we'll take this. Let's just go ahead and copy it, and we'll paste it right here. Okay, and there you go. That's the basis. We can delete the rest of that. And now we'll go ahead and just record the next part, which is it's top banana. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Okay. So you guys kind of get a feel of what I'm trying to do here. Try and nail that pocket. This first one's actually not bad. Nope. So it's this last one, or it's that first one, but that first one sounded pretty good. You can hear every hit clearly, and it's on time. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the first one. First one's nice. We don't have to overthink it. First one, slap that in there. Let's listen in. Yeah, very clean, very good. Delete these. So now we have to record new chugs, which is right there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there was one good take in there, 100%. Let's listen in. Huh, not bad. That one's bad. No. No, sloppy. No. No, early. This one's not bad. So it's either this one, that one's clean, or the first one. Yeah, first one has some good aggression to it. I think we're just gonna go with the first one. I'm convinced by it. Nice and clean. So how many? It's the same length, so about right there. Let's hear it. Oops, right here. Pretty good. Okay. So it's banana. Okay. Okay, I think the second to last one felt good to me. This hit was a little early. Let's see me hear this one. That one doesn't sound good. Let me record all that. I didn't like any of them. Yeah, let's just try that again. 1, 2. Let me hear all that. Let me hear it again. That's not bad. Okay. Let me hear the last one. So it's either second to last, but there's some muddiness to the second note. Let me hear. Yeah, the first one's good. Again, surprisingly. It got worse over time. So let's hear it in context. Okay, and all we got left is the trills. Let me make sure this ends right on the bar, which it does. That's something I like about Ableton. It just kind of, it's very good at separating by the beats or the bars. I was having trouble with that in Studio One for some odd reason. I'm sure there are settings I had to mess with, but just right out of the box, Ableton works for me. Hence why I like it so much. So now all we gotta do is the trills, which by the way, we could just go ahead and copy and paste. There's a trill in here somewhere. Yep, that's it right there. We'll go ahead and copy this over. Might not be right. Let me hear it. No, it works. There's a little bit of silence in there, but I think it'll be fine. So yeah, you hear that bit of silence that in here, right over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just re-record this again, because I would kind of want it to feel like as if I was holding the note for a while. So I'm gonna make sure I hold it this time. Okay, one of these was good. This one's, I think, pretty good. So let's add this one in there. And now it should sound a little more cohesive, I guess is the word. Yeah, cleaner for sure. So now we have this section all done. And what I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate it again and listen to it. Delete this part. Cool. See how clean this sounds? You know, instead of just trying to record it all in one take. So I only have one little thing I want to fix, and it's not really a fix. I just kind of came up with the idea. Is that second version of this, I want to do... I kind of want to add a little flair to it. So all I have to do is record the... It's just the, you know, for the second part. You'll see right now. So let me mute this, and let's just record on this track. Okay. One of those is good. This one's not bad. That one's early. I think this one's the cleanest. So Let's go ahead and copy this. Now let me go ahead and find it in here. Yeah, right there. So click here, copy it, and that should be it. The last note I didn't like. Let me try that again. Sorry. Let's unsolo this and just solo that. So that was the thing, is the second hit just was not strong enough. Let me hear it from here. This one's cool. It's consistent. I'm gonna use this. Let's just not even argue it for a bit. And oh great, I forgot where it goes. So let me put it here. Let me listen in here. There it is. Right over here. Let's listen in. Yeah, I like it way better. Okay, cool. And now, so I don't want this video to drag on too long, but you guys got a sense of what to do. I think the only thing I want to do is, there's two things we can do. We're pretty set on this part, right? If we're 100% set on it, we have to do the same exact thing on the right side. So what we'll do is, we'll pan this all the way to the left and we'll pan that all the way to the right. And we'll just go ahead and do the same exact thing. And the reason why you can't just, copy and paste it over is because it's the same phase is what they call. And what they mean by phase is it's the same exact waveforms where they're both going to kind of cancel each other out. But if you record on the right side and play it again, and there's such little nuances in your playing that it's going to give it a nice stereo effect. And I'll kind of show you guys what that sounds like. So ideally, this is what it's supposed to sound like. I'll try to play it clean. The hell? Record. Oh, that's why. Let's just record it. Let's just see what we can do. Oops, screwed up already. Let me try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's cool is, down the road, as we're writing, we can go ahead and add harmonies to certain parts, make it more interesting, and we're gonna overlayer a lot of stuff, and So, I don't know how long we've been recording for, but I think what I at least want to do is let me at least get the, I mean, if you could call it a chorus, whatever it is, but let's get that down real quick, and then we'll kind of call it quits for this one. We'll do like a guitars part 1, guitars part 2, and then keep it going. And then down the road, when we're feeling quote unquote bored with the guitars, what we can do is we can record the drums. And by record, I mean, we'll go to the mini map here and we'll start laying some drums in. And what that's going to do is it's going to kind of light a fire in our ass. And we'll be like, oh my God, it sounds so good with drums, just drums and guitar. And you'll see how easy it is with the bass. We'll use a bass sampler and whatnot. But let's go ahead and just jot this down just so we can have it written and we can listen to it over and over again, and we can be like, okay, I know what I'm gonna do differently. I'll spice it up here or here, whatever. But this part is not gonna be too complicated. At least it shouldn't be. So here we go. I can record it on the same track because you're gonna hear all cohesive under one track. Before I go on, let me go ahead and not pan it left because I like to hear it stereo for now, and we'll pan it later. 2, 3. Okay, already messed up. It's kind of hard to chord what I want to chord there because I have slightly longer fingernails, but let's try it again. I was a little too early there. So, because I'm not playing it clean already, I can tell I'm going to record it in sections instead. So let's do the first part first. Didn't start off good. I might have dragged it a bit. Let me hear it. Yeah, I dragged it. I think that was good. For some reason, that first hit, it just doesn't hit as hard as these two. So what I'll do is, let me go down here and let me just hit that hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm sure you guys already know what I'm up to here. Yeah, that first one right here, really good. I like that hit. So let me see what the length of it is. It's only 1, 2 licks. Bum bum. Yeah, I think that should be fine. We'll just do 2 lengths. Bring it in. Let's just see how it sounds like. Might be bad, but let's hear it. Yeah, see now it made the second hit sound worse. So what I'm gonna do is let me just go ahead and re-record the first one because everything else is good. Yeah, everything else sounds good. Let's just re-record that first part entirely. Solo this one. 1, 2. Whoops, I forgot what I was doing. Now that looks good. Look how consistent already that looks. And what we'll do is we'll only take this. Let's see how that sounds now. Yeah, I like that way more. Cool. That was good. Delete all the extras. And now let's record the second part. Bum, bum. And we're going to start it on this downbeat right here. The same picking pattern, but it's got like a little bit of dissonance chording to it. So 1, 2. I didn't do it on time. Let me try that again. That might be good. Yeah, I think it was good. Hear it again. Just for the sake of moving it along, we can always, again, re-record it down the road and fix it. So let me just do the next part. Again, same picking pattern. Let me hear it. It could be cleaner. I'm just gonna keep doing it. 2, 3. Ah, that was almost it. That one might be it, actually. Oh yeah, I like it. So I just need this part. We'll Control C for copying. Let's go back to where we were. Yeah, it's right here. Control V, let's listen in. Okay, and then yeah, for the first part, I just want to keep it like that. So we'll just do that for now, and we can spice it up later if we want to. So right here. Oops. I hope that last one was good. It's really hard kind of like strumming all that on the 8-string guitar. But let me hear it. No, it was, I'm rushing it. If I thought that last one was good, then it's not good. So let's record it again. I think that one was what I was looking for. Right here. Cool. I like it. Now, again, for the sake of moving things along, let's just go ahead and duplicate all this. From here to here, we'll do Control D, duplicate. Actually, no, I already have an idea of what I want, how I want to end it. Something like that to do the second part around. I want to do that down the road. I don't want to do it now. So for now, we'll just do. Let me think of a crescendo way of ending it. So. I think that's fine for now. So start from here. All right, let's try that. Oops. Let me figure out how it's gonna come in. Okay, so ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Got it. Oops. We'll just use that one for now. What's funny is I don't like that first hit, so what I'm gonna do is replace that first hit with this one, because this first one sounded better. And again, same with the second hit. I'm gonna replace both of those. That's fine for now. So we'll take these two. And I think I start here. Let me see. Cool. And then just for keeping a note's sake, I know I'm gonna go back into the initial riff after that. So what I'll do is let me just go ahead and, you know, start from here, highlight it, go all the way to the end, hold shift, click on it, and just go Control D, and we'll duplicate it because we may as well just repeat everything. So, okay, we recorded one track of guitar. Now, next time what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and double track for the right side of the track, all this. So what we'll do is we'll do it for this part, and we'll do it for that chorusy part or whatever it's called, right here. But yeah, I think before we leave off, let's go ahead and listen to everything we've done. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna stop it there because it just repeats, but we get the idea, we get the potential of it. So I think what we'll do is we'll take a little break. This will be the end of this video. We kind of figured out a good little verse chorus thing going on. And obviously down the road we could spruce it, we can add in some cool interesting things. But I think for what we got a decent foundation now. And at this point, and based on how you work, you can go ahead and just start adding drums now and just kind of seeing how it's going to sound with the drums. You could come up with drum parts. But for me, I want to go ahead and just double track it because I'm kind of happy with what we got so far. So what we'll do next time is we'll go ahead and double track everything. And then what we'll do is we'll add drums. And then after drums, you can just add the bass. Bass will probably be a little easier because I don't have to use the guitar. I could just go ahead and MIDI right in all the bass parts. So that's going to be it. This is a good starting point. We kind of know where the song is going, and we're going to work off of what we got so far. All right, guys. So stay tuned for part 3. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe as always. Cheers.